Okay, we had our meeting with the architect, and it was pretty productive. We talked about the beam situation, and we decided that we're not going to do these two doubled up 2x10s. We're going to do one 4x10 beam across these three walls, and that will pick up the point load here and here. Then we're not going to do this footing here. We're going to do it over here, which is under the point load. The point load here is not really going to happen, but we'll put a post there and a post here, and this footing will happen. And then we'll have a 4x10 that goes all the way from there to the center wall, and then another one that attaches to the floor beam. This is a plan that we came up with as an alternative. The scribbled out beam is where the architect thought the 4x10 existing beams were located. Unfortunately, he couldn't see them, and he presumed that the beams on both sides of the house were straight in line with each other, but they're not. One side of the house is offset 24 inches from the other side. So the blackened in beams are the actual locations. And you can see the one footing at the inside corner of the stair, and the scratched out footing and the new location. So these are the beam locations here as the architect drew them. But this is the footing in the inside corner at the landing of the stairs. It's 12 by 12 and 10 inches deep, rebars in the bottom. This is the larger footing. It's about 20 by 20 and 13 inches deep. And then we've got two rectangular pieces of rebar bent up and ready to go in there. Here's the big footing, 3 foot by 3 foot by 13 inches, and we have our rebars all bent and wired together. This was a bugger to knock out of there because it had an existing plinth footing under it that was about 18 by 18 by 6 inches. So we had hoped that we might be able to reuse that, but it's much too small. That bracket is there to hold the existing post in position. It's got a couple of L angle brackets in the shape of it, and then it's got an attachment between the two, so it was kind of an accidental perfect piece to use there. These are the temporary support posts, 2x4s nailed together and then cinched up to hold the existing center beam. And so right now that is picking up a good majority of the roof load because the footing is gone. We'll pour the new footing tomorrow morning after our inspection, and after a couple of days it'll be hardened up enough to remove the temporary post. And once we get that out of there, then we'll start taking apart the center wall under the center beam and redo that to the plan. But so you can see there's where the stairway is. These are the beams. This 4x10 beam here, we're going to remove that and reuse it over here. Hopefully it'll be long enough. And this 4x10 gets cut, and we'll have a post here and a beam going across that connects to that 4x10 beam. So we have to cut that heat duct back and reposition it for the upstairs. Then we have this cold air return, and I think what we're going to do is there is no cold air return in the basement, so we're going to make a cold air return in the basement, and that will help to keep the two levels of the house more evenly heated. There's the window, and the plan calls to remove and cover over the window opening, but the window does not interfere with the stair landing. So what we're thinking is to save the window, and we would get a couple of replacement window panes with safety glass. And if we do that, then we can just keep the window, which would be nice because it'll let light into the basement. So there we have our footings, our temporary support post, and there's all of our cement, 24 bags, I believe. And if we need more, we can just run to the store and get it real quick. It's going to be a good day tomorrow. We'll mix it up in a wheelbarrow, 2 bags at a time, and see how it goes. Mix it, pour it in, screed it, let it sit, trowel it smooth. Everything should be really nice. Okay, we'll see you on the next video.